Greetings, salutations! Welcome back to some more Limbus company. We finished Canto 5 last time. Ooh. I don't know if that was very loud. It kind of bumped out of my mic. Yeah, finished Canto 5 last time. We and to I'd love not Canto 5. Wait. Which Canto did we finished Canto 5 last time? What? Right? Wait. I'm confusing myself. Yeah, Canto 5. Now we're on to, I'd love to say Canto 6, but we've got an Intervallo, which, I guess if you look at the Poland chat, you might be able to tell. I don't like the Intervallos so far quite as much as the Cantos. They're not quite as interesting, but I mean, they do seem somewhat necessary. But yeah. We're on to Miracle in District 20, which we started last time. I have no idea how much more there are of them. I like the Intervallos. Nice. I will say don't hate them. A new banner went up a few days ago, 2 days ago, something. There's shadow vested blades, you know. Ego Fomer so, and there's, come on, there we go, Ishmael LCD 013. I don't think I personally really want either of these myself, but it's cool that they exist. At least I don't really. No, I don't particularly really want either of them. The new Merceau ego has a new gimmick that other egos don't have. I think I saw what you're talking about myself. Yeah, it seems neat and stuff, but I don't think I want them. I don't think I have a ton of synergy with either of the my characters, and the synergy that I do have, I don't currently desire to spend my sanity towards. I'd rather save it for characters coming up later. I'm sure. Especially because it feels like every single character recently has been one that I have wanted to pull on. So I'm like, this is actually nice. I get a break and a chance to save some sanity for at least a little bit. All the new characters dispatch our favorite blade lineage archetype. Exactly, yes. Which there's an event going on. Using blade lineage characters gets us extra points, so we're going to see if we can use any of those as support units in the gameplay we do today. Technically I have blade lineage Sinclair and Otis. We're not actually going to use those in battle, but we'll use those to get 20% up from each. I don't have them even level 2. Oh, appetite 2. So, you know. Let's play then. The free handler will be a godsend for the event. So that's my current plan. My current plan is to try and save the currency I have until I can get get him. And then I should be getting some more currency from there that I can put towards getting some extraction tickets and some boxes and thread and stuff. I have none of the Blade lineage characters. We're in very similar boats then. I have just 2. Yeah. So in the story, we have just gotten kind of transported through a door to one of the Oh, this is interesting, isn't it? We have been taken through a door to one of these Actually, I don't know where I'm saying. I don't know where we are. Maybe it's District 20 from the name of the chapter, but there are gnomes and they're kind of scary. They've got all these teeth and they're carving people and corpses up. It's not the nicest Santa's workshop, to be completely honest. Okay, we're going to try to... So first off, I want to see if I can grab a support unit that counts for the event. Please tell me you have... Okay, so here's the best support unit I could take. Is a Blade lineage Mirso that also has the Blade lineage Mirso ego equipped. Yes! Okay, someone has it. Because this will get me a full 60%. It's a different place than expected. You'll know when you play. I'm actually quite... I'm actually rather interested. Okay, so 60% there. Then we can switch... I am going to be racking my team lineup to do the event. I need to remember to switch these characters back. Okay, so we put... No. We put Otis... See. Level 1, Uptie 1. Yeah, that's about the state of my Blade lineage character. So, I can get plus 100% currency because of this Blade lineage that someone has. Fantastic. What am I doing for my team though? Do I have a team that I don't need those 3 characters on? I don't need Otis, Sinclair, or Musso. What if I do my Burn team? I have to repick my support and switch these out again. And typically I use unclear, but I can switch unclear out. Okay, so we use my Burn team. Faust. Who do I... Well, do that. It's like an alright team, not an amazing team. Average level of 39. It's fine. I will say, so was it last stream we unlocked raising our character's level up to level 45, I believe. I haven't really gotten to leveling much of any of my characters up to from a 40 to 45. Yeah, it's just me. Haven't gotten to it. Honestly, in a large part, just due to the idea of the tedium of going through all of the character leveling them up, even if I do have all the materials, which I don't know if I have all the materials. I just, yeah. I never leveled my characters to 50 either. I do want to do it. It just... I just haven't done it yet. Okay, wait 1 second. Your clothes are all weird looking. I guess you're not from the village. The child was dressed in torn and faded clothing. From the way she looked at us, I could tell that she found us rather fascinating. She soon woke up from her momentary shock. Anyways, thank you for saving me. My name's Crayon, and... Huh? Crayon? Really? That's quite a... Clockwork teeth? The kid pointed at me and backed away into her. That is an interesting thing. What an interesting... I don't know what to call it. I actually don't know if this is being used like as a derogatory term for someone with a prosthetic hand, or if it's more like a boogeyman term where it's like, oh, and this whole village, they never see people with prosthetic hands, and it's more like a boogeyman story here. Anyway, either way, it's not nice. Dante's nice, Crayon. The hell are you talking about? That's Clockard! My name's Dante. Clockard? But I heard that the clockwork teeth look like clocks. I guess I also heard that they don't show up this high. Sounds like it's maybe a bit of a boogeyman story. I've never seen a monster like that before, though. Aha! But they are not a monster. This is none other than our very own manager Esquire. Thanks for the intro, I guess. But I can't hear anything but tick-tocking of the clock. Well, Manager Esquire has their reasons. Out thou unharmed? Yeah. Looks like the other people who were dragged here with me weren't so lucky, though. The child looks at the mutilated corpses with a despondent look on her face. Don Quixote casts a sympathetic gaze. So, they were all neighbors from thy village. Yeah, but our village will soon send the hunters to save us. I can't tell whether that optimism is blind or not, if that makes sense. As long as they get here, they can. Hunters? I wasn't sure what exactly she was talking about, so I was about to ask her what she meant. You know, neither Heathcliff nor Don Quixote are exactly the best translator to have here. With Dante trying to communicate to someone, having to have either option of Don Quixote or Heathcliff to translate the TikToks. But this reception hall, a storage room, suddenly began to fill with gas of unknown origin. What's this now? Quick, hold thy breathing! An odd plume of gas. Its hue red and green and begins to fill the room. It's gas. It's the same from when I was kid. In their defense, New leaked 3 quotas of listeners are bad translators. Yeah. We've got like, I feel like Faust, Gregor, anyone else. And it's still a Yisan, especially after his chapter. Anyone else I really trust to be a good translator off the top of my head? Yeah, something like this has happened before when we walked right into a room full of toxic gas, which killed everyone. Looks like this gas only knocked them out though. That's a relief at least. Guess I should consider myself lucky that my clock head isn't affected by these things. Now, I mean, you're lucky about that, but now you're defenseless, Dante. Oh no. As soon as I hid myself in a corner, a crowd of gnomes rushed through the same door Dodoru came in from. Oh, fantastic. Gas masks. So they used sleeping gas on us. Yes, Dante. Yes.
이건 도도로 실장이었던 것이지 않음?
Is that all that's left of managing Dodoru? All of that talk of snogging sweet top-notch raw materials. And now look at them, a pile of meat, 1 gnome, 2 3 all accounted for, I suppose, It is lucky that these gnomes, I don't think, are the smartest.
잠가루로 재웠으니 품질은 큰
They all fast asleep with the sleepy powder, so don't you all worry yourselves about harming the good omens. Well, let's move the good omens. They picked Don Quixote, Heathcliff, and Crayon, one by one, and loaded them onto the sleigh. With that, they left, closing the door behind them. And through it all, I couldn't do anything but watch. These rascals are annoying, to be honest. I agree. And I like gnomes, typically. I'm not sure I like these gnomes. Right. Looks like this is my time to shine. I'll rescue the 3 of them. That does not sound like a good idea. I'll be honest. In fact, I think this sounds like a bad idea. No way. I should have listened when Ishmael offered to teach me self-defense. Yes. What do I do? This house truth dawns on me every time we face total annihilation. The truth that, on my own, I am completely useless. If they were with us, I could at least bring them back. But none of the sinews out here with me. What good am I without them? It's a miracle that I managed to survive this far.
신기하긴 뭐가 신기해요. 정신 차려요.
Miracle? What miracle? Come on, get a hold of yourself. Great. Now I'm hearing things.
한청이 아니에요, 관리자님. 저희가
You're
왔다고요.
not hearing things, manager. We're really here.
갑자기 너네 셋이 사라졌다고
Do
해서
you
난리도
even know
아니었다고.
what the message was up there when we realized that the three of you just vanished into thin air? I bolted up and looked toward the voice. There, I saw another door. And from it, the rest of the snooze appeared, one by one. Guys!
아이고, 덜
Oh
신선한 재료는
boy, looks like I forgot that slightly spoiled ingredient.
이 소동에 대한 질문은
I will inquire about this incident later, Dante.
우선 전투
For now, command us in this battle. It's not a surprise they noticed it was quieter without the three of them. Yeah. Okay. So this is... Oh! I don't think I've shown this before. But
가까이 오지 마세요.
I think it might have been since the last stream. Oh. Yeah, since the last stream I actually I used Ishmael Shout and dispensed Leo Association South Section for Ishmael. For my team. For my Birna team. Which is a fantastic I feel like I have 5 pretty decent slats on my Birna team covered between Mephistopheles, Grago, Ishmael we've just mentioned, Leo Association Radia,
다가오지 마세요.
Audio Blossom Star Faust, and House of Spiders Ryoshu.
끊어지겠지.
Now the 6th slat on the team gets iffy. But you know, we're working on the team. It's not perfect.
부드럽게.
이 순간이 다 한 명. It'll be filled when you purchase Magic Bullet Otis, yes. Exactly. And that's exactly the reason I don't have, That's exactly... Sorry, I realized something. That's exactly the reason I don't have the Otis that was just under Banu. If I wasn't waiting for that Otis, I'd get the Otis we just had. 해체 억압 진행하겠습니다.
균형이 무너졌군.
Because I went middle Otis. But not as much as Magic Bullet Otis. I feel like we should be getting close to our Walpurgis. From when the last one was, and my memory of how often we get them, but I'm not sure. Oh,
하실 말씀이 있나요?
this Handu isn't even level 40. Okay. Wow. This Handu is in over his head. It's been ages since I've used this Handu.
진행하겠습니다.
알아. 오느라 힘들었지? 여기서 잠깐 쉬어. 쳐다만 봐도 따스해질 테니까.
And Lewis used to be in over his mind had, so he probably doesn't mind. Yeah. Oh, though the team will be filled with when I get magic bullet out. But I also want to get the Walpurgis and Clear as well. I think honestly my preference is that eventually I have a full set of 12 Burn characters. You know, a full roster of Sanu. One was each a Burn character. Yeah. Now I probably just use the best ones that I have at a given moment, but you know.
부드럽게.
제가 묻었네요. 이 순간이 다하도록 되어내리라.
Also, of this team, the Ishmael that I just got might be replaced at some point. Oh, the full roster will be very useful when you start getting the option to set Sinus in the backline in next canto. Ooh, fun. Okay, I want to activate Outer Blossom Star. Oh, a little late, but whatever. We want to activate that to make sure she survives. And because it's powerful.
그려낸 대로. 괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야. 괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
Currently, most Sinus, I believe, have at least one decent Burn character for me to aim for, but like one or two of them don't have quite as good of Burn characters for me to aim for. 40, nice. I've only done one of my mirror dungeons for this week, I believe, so I still kind of get a decent amount more of that from mirror dungeons this week, luckily. Ooh. Yeah, just same lineup. No. Right, I need to go support Muso. Muso, where are you? I just select one and cycle it. Come on, Muso. Where's the Muso I'm looking for? There, 60%. That's the one we want. Hello! It's good to see that you have a Season 7 ID for such a low level. Just a tip, make sure to try to save up your lunacy. Oh, Gavalen boxes for Mirror Dungeon. Wait, is Amdi Mirror Dungeon in that? I also have actually a decent number of Season 7 character. Here I can switch. I have here my my House of Spiders team. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I also have Pinky, but that's switched out for Blade Lineage for the event. But yeah, a decent number of them. Come on, where'd he go? I know he's here somewhere. Someone had him.
I wish I had the Hanlu, but at the... yeah, you're missing out. So, personally, the Hanlu has just been my favorite to play with. Like, hands down, I think the Hanlu has been like one of my favorite characters. To the Reen Hanlu has just been so fun. He's really good, and I really enjoy how he plays too. Both. Ah yes, average level, whatever. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even going for getting that Hanlu, but then like we got him on the stream, and I was like, huh. And then I started trying him out, and I'm like, this guy's fun. Thanks everyone, how did you find me?
뒷문으로 들어왔소.
We entered via the back door.
버스 내부에서 관리자를 포함한 3명의 신호가
Your signals were no longer detected from within the bus's
그
premises.
즉시 수감자 전원을
When
기다려
every
수색이
sinew
진행되었어.
was immediately summoned from their respective rooms for the search.
쉬라고 보낸 지 몇 분이나 됐다.
And so soon after our break started, Dante, let's try to not do anything like this again. Yes, I can actually pin my friend code in a stream chat. I actually oftentimes do that. Wait, signals, did they chip everyone? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Even if you are the executive manager, rogue behavior such as this poses too great a risk. Please be wary of that. I'm sorry. So how did you guys find us?
나의 추측이었어.
I have deduced it.
히스클리프 군은
As of
시종일관
late,
불안한
Heathcliff
상태였지.
was in a
좌우 상황을
constant
고려하면
state of
기사에
uneasiness.
도착하기 전에 준비해야 할
Considering the
것이
nature of our circumstances, I conjectured that there was that he had to do before our arrival at Teacope. I will pin the friend code between battles, between nodes on the map. And the day in which the back door volatility siren echoed, Don Quixote made a relatively delayed return to the back door.
그리고 다음 날
And come the next day, she requested from me and Faust an encyclopedia of common symbols used in the city. Oh, Don Quixote was being clever then. Okay. It seemed like, well, we'll see exactly how clever, but it kind of seemed like she was just going by her own imagination, but
네, 파우스트가 몇 번
yes.
대여해 주었습니다.
So Faust lent her a few volumes.
동키호테 양은 내내
Ever since receiving the volumes, Miss Don Quixote sat next to me and perused the images with a rather enthusiastic expression on her countenance, although I could not converse with her on account of my conditions. I do recollect that the following words were repeatedly uttered: cosplay, costumes, sack.
이상의 일들을 종합하면
In summation, I surmised that Miss Don Quixote witnessed a series of symbols that caught her attention when the siren blared.
문의 위치는 파우스트가 알고
And
있었기
Faust
때문에
was aware of the door on which
이
those
공간에
symbols were
도착할 수
drawn.
있었습니다.
Based on that information, the sinners were able to find their way here.
문까지 가는 동안 복도에 있던
We engaged in several entities of the corridor on our path to this door.
그나마 조무래기들이니까 다행이었지.
Good thing we ran into weaklings, though.
그런 상황에서 수감자가 사망하기라도 한다면
An
명예적인
irreversible
인원
death of a
손실을
sinner
발생시킬 수도 있습니다.
could have occurred in the process.
이해하셨나요?
Do you
관리자님이 없는
understand?
상황에서 일어나는 전투는
Engaging
저에게
hostile
지극히
forces in your absence carries an exceedingly high level of risk.
복도 어딘가에서 시체가
We could have been lost
영영
forever in
되살아나지
some
못할 수도
corner
있습니다.
of the corridors as bodies, never to be revived or retrieved.
관리자님의 단독 행동이 얼마나
Please
큰
comprehend the
그리고
weight of
책임이
your
얼마나
responsibility
위험한지
and
숙지해
the
주시면
risk
좋겠군요.
your independent action carries.
관리자님은 반드시 살아남아야만 합니다.
You must survive, Executive Manager, no matter what.
아시겠습니까?
Do I make myself clear? I've never seen Otis look at me like that. Your gaze was cold and ruthless.
이번엔 운이 좋았던 것입니다, 단테.
Your survival was a lucky
그런
coincidence,
식으로
Dante.
때려 맞추듯 해석할
The
수 있는
sequence
것
of those
또한
symbols
아니었고요.
are not supposed to be interpreted in such a haphazard manner. Well, you know, it's lucky that Don Quixote has never been anything that we would ever interpret as haphazard, right? She's not haphazard. I'm really sorry. I don't know what else to say.
이 정도로 해두죠.
I believe that is enough, but
돈, 업,
on the queue. Sinclair!
그렇네요. 돈키호테, 히스클리프 그 두 명은 어디로 간 거죠?
And is DQ Don Quixote? Now Don Quixote, maybe? Oh, that's... I told them exactly how the events transpired.
잘도 살아 있었네.
Seriously, how do you even manage to survive this far?
관리자 양반.
Alright, manager, but
충분히 들었으리라
I'm sure
생각하고
you've heard enough from the others, so I won't say any more.
어디야?
But where exactly are we? No, Don Quixote. Okay. Craggle, we would love to tell you. We're just going to keep it a secret from you. It definitely isn't that we don't know where we are. We definitely know where we are. Totally know where we are. We're
여기는 도시의
very
어느 구역이지?
good at
이
this.
추위를 봐서는
Hey,
보러라도 온 건가?
which district is
아니.
this? This cold. We must be somewhere in one of the northern districts of the city, or...
이곳은 도시가 아닙니다.
Yep. We are not in the city.
아니, 그게 무슨 말이야?
Oh, what do you mean?
단어 그대로 해석하시면 됩니다.
I mean that we are
저기
not in the
널브러져
city.
있는 노움이라는
Those
기생충들은
intelligent organisms
외곽에
called
사는
gnomes
생명체.
are part of a city surviving in the outskirts.
흔히 외곽의
Commonly
괴물이라고
known as
불리는 존재입니다.
monsters of the outskirts.
아우, 호수에서 그렇게 징그럽 싸우는
Monsters
또 괴물이야?
again? After all that we faced at the lake. They weren't exactly like the whales, though. We could communicate with the gnomes. They were just like people, except smaller.
외곽의 다른 지역과 존재들이라니.
So we're in a completely different region of the outskirts. I would have liked to explore the area if the circumstances permitted.
구조물인 듯하군요.
Look, this structure seems to have been custom built for the gnomes, considering how small everything is here. Good evening, Dream Genius.
여기가 외곽이라면 왔던 길로 돌아갈 수 있는 거겠죠?
If this is the outskirts, we can go back, right?
저희가 들어온 문이 닫히지만 않는다면
As long as the door we entered through remains open, yes.
아직은 열려 있는 것 같다.
It is open for now.
만약에 닫히면요?
What if it closes?
뜻밖의 여정이 시작되겠죠.
Then an
외곽에서
unexpected
도시까지
journey
직접 돌아가야
begins.
할 테니
We will have to track the distance from the outskirts back to the city, which will be a significant endeavor in both time and effort. Hey, Otis, you want to tell us about what this sort of a journey would be like, Otis? Do you think it would be a bit of a long journey? You might even call it an odyssey, Otis? Isn't that a bit danger?
여기서
Where's the sound coming from, As that rock gold get your two Rome's.
단테, 이쪽 뒤로 오시게.
Dante, come hither to the back of the line. The door slammed open, and gnomes began flooding into the room. We prepared ourselves for battle. Otis doesn't want to talk about any odysseys she might have been on, or any cyclopses that might be blind because of it. Yeah, nobody blinded the cyclops. Yes, so not to worry.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Okay. Wait, what did you just realize, Azra? Oh? Okay, one problem with the team currently is that this team would work better if I had more wrath on the team. And, like... just doesn't have quite enough wrath to trigger some of... this turn we're activating it, but we are not activating things every turn. Does the down office Sinclair have more wrath? Let me check. It's actually one of my concerns about Magic Bullet Otis. The Magic Bullet Otis is largely pride, but I have more synergies with Wrath. Don't know if it's a Boon team interesting. Yes, it's not okay. It's maybe my third or even a fourth best team. It's not my best team, but I really like it.
해체 억압 진행하겠습니다.
Yeah, she has one wrath, but she has 2 pride abilities. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Dante Sinclair has Wrath for his third and Wrath for 3 points too as well. I strive to make a team based on a certain faction. I feel like my best team I have currently is either my House of Spiders team, which is a faction team, or my Arena team. And honestly, my Arena team might be my favorite. I go between... When I do mirror dungeons, I go between using either my Burner team here or using my Arena team. Generally.
괜찮아. 이제 난 아플 거야. 괜찮아. 이제 난 아플 거야.
I recommend making a bleed team. I mean, honestly, in some ways, my Arena team is kind of a bleed team in some ways.
사람이랑 닮은 부분도 있긴 하지만
My Arena team applies a lot of bleed. I can see there's similarities with humans, but they certainly aren't human.
희한한 말투를 쓰는 것
Except
빼고는
for their odd
이 정도로
verbal
말이 통하는
quirk,
괴물.
these monsters are impressively communicative. I don't even know if they should be categorized as monsters.
정의하기 나름입니다.
The definition is often arbitrary.
다른
Some may
종족이라고
call
하죠.
them monsters, yet others may call them members of a different sentient race. I appreciate your analysis, but we should probably get moving. We still don't know where Heathcliff and Quixote are.
역시 오늘도 맞는 말씀만을 하시는군요.
You always say the right things at the right time, Executive Manager. Okay, Otis is back to normal.
외곽은 평소 우리의 작전을 진행하는 곳보다
Exploring the
위협도가 높다.
outskirts area will carry higher risks than our usual operation grounds. To ensure the manager's safety, we must first establish a more structured plan. What?
뭐 제일 쉬운 방법은 그 둘을 버리고 가는 거긴 하지만 그게 최선은 아니니까요.
Well, I'd say the easiest answer would be to leave the 2 of them. But the easiest path isn't always the right one. Ishmael kicked open the door the gnomes rushed in from.
가요. 관리자님도 지키고
Come on.
그 둘도 구하면 되잖아요.
Let's go. We'll protect the manager and save Heathcliff and Don Quixote.
일부 통화율 정상. 개체의 행동 패턴 추출 완료. 이 정도
Okay.
성과라면 다음 연구로 이어나갈 수 있겠군요.
Let's go up. There. Okay. I will put that and pin that in chat. Sure, I can enter your code really quick. Okay. we're getting some currency, that's fantastic. It's fantastic. We need what, 1,000? Okay, 1,000 for that. Okay. We'll get there eventually. Hopefully, I suppose. Okay, Mirthor. One of the reasons we're actually not playing my arena team right now is because I want Rune of Harvest, my Rune of Harvest student on my arena team. But if I'm running this Blade Lineage man too, I can't do that. Am I level 47? Yeah, I mean, the past couple of months I do 3 mirror dungeons a week. Every single week. So... and actually a few weeks I've done more than a 3 mirror dungeon. Particularly for the I actually don't know what the best strategy is for the, but I've been trying to do. Sometimes I do an extra mirror dungeon to try specifically to go for the projection rewards, but not. I mean, not all of these are that easy, and yeah. And also, to be honest, I don't always want to think about the... So sometimes I'm just like, I just want to get the mirror dungeon done, so...
벌써 화끈하네.
Okay. Mo gnomes shall die. There we go. One of the Birna characters that I want for my team that I can't currently actually even dispense is actually... Where is he? I'm looking at this. I know he's on this page that I'm looking at. Wait, where is he? Wait. I can't find him. What? Oh, there he is. I was scrolled too far down. I want to get Thamist Capomer so for my Birna team, but I can't actually even dispense him yet.
부드럽게
이 순간이 다
The best way to play Mirror Dungeon is to have like a slash blunt team, pierce slash, so you only need to focus on slash. So actually, something I have found fun is with my arena team, trying to get there's certain status gifts that will that will splash the enemies with negative statuses, even if you're not doing those statuses with your team. And the Reen really likes just having a high number of different negative statuses on the enemies. So if I can just grab a few of those to splash the enemies with negative statuses. And then I also, depending on what I'm in the mood for, either go for bleed eagle gifts or charge ones, because I feel my two most powerful Reen units like the charge gifts. You can use my Sync Dawn for support if you want. I would love to, but I actually want to. I'm going to prioritize getting the event currency. So I'm using a support character that's not even in the team right now, just for the event currency boost. I really want to get enough currency. How many healing egos do you have right now? It depends on if you mean on this team or not. The only healing ego on this team I have currently is Into the Sunset, which I'm not. I don't know if it's the best healing ego, but it kind of works decently with the synergy of the team as well, because it does some stuff with burn and wrath fragility, lust fragility. It kind of works for the team. And before anyone mentions fluid sac for Faust, fluid sac is in the same slot as Outer Blossom style, which I want to prevent my Outer Blossom style Faust from dying. Also, with how cheap Into the Sunset is, I can kind of spam it too. I can kind of spam it repeatedly. I can see using a fluid sac on like my Rena team, because my Rena team has Rena Faust, and I don't need Outer Blossom style on Arena Faust. Basically no reason to have Outer Blossom style on Arena Faust, but Fluid Sac on Arena Faust. Though I don't currently have Fluid Sac for Faust, I have Fluid Sac for... I'm pretty sure I have a different Fluid Sac, just not Faust's.
알아. 오늘아 힘들었지? 여기서 잠깐 쉬어. 쳐다만 봐도 따스해질 테니까.
I have Lantern, yes. I use Lantern. It's just currently the Sinclair that we have on this team we're not using on this team, because so typically my typical Liberna team I use Unclear. On the one who shall grip or whatever, Sinclair, and I do have Lantern on him, but we're using Blade Lineage Sinclair, who is level... Actually, he's leveled up to level 7 just from being in the party right now. But
we're using blade lineage characters for event currency. I'd recommend for a bleed burner team hybrid to you, like middle Nurse Otis, Big Bro, Heath, and how I have Big Brother Heathcliff and House of Spiders Ryoshu. I don't have. I really want to get Nurse Father Otis, but and in fact, as you can see, I have 425. I have 425 Otis ego shouts. I really want to get here. But higher priority than that Otis is this Otis. Magic Bullet Otis. So, indeed. Indeed it. Yeah. Yeah. I want both, though. I want both Otises. Just be careful of how you're not to kill your team. I have experienced such a thing. In fact, I even edited it into a shot. I was very surprised to see my support character just slaughter my team. I'm like, what's going on? Why? Why? And then we would that. Just give me the support character I want. I've used the character 3 times, a bunch of times in a row. Thank you. Thank you.
끌어넘칠 시간이군요.
But so my current hope is that we can get Magic Bullet Otis at the next Walpurgis and hopefully Nurse Father Otis later. I did like 60 or 70 pulls for Nurse Father Otis. I don't have the magic bullet ego. I know I need it to. I know that I need it with magic bullet ID. I know I need both. Ugh. At this, I can't remember if I've mentioned this on stream. At this point, I want all of the Nurse Fathers. I don't even know anything about the. I've heard the name of the last Nurse Father. I think that's coming out. Like, the name of the character that it's based on is something like Valencia or something. I don't know anything about this character, but at this point, I'm collecting them. So. Also, can I say that the Ricardo fight was very easy? I beat it like first try. So it's one of those things where different people have different you have different characters going in, and due to the fact, I think, in my opinion, due to the fact that like there's if you just happen to have, in this case fighting against this gnome, just happen to have a character who deals pierce gluttony damage, you're going to be dealing significantly more damage than if you would there's just different factors. Oh wait, no, do I? Ah. Oh yeah. If you just win rate and don't pay attention to, all you need to know is that they all do the father part of their title very poorly. Oh, what happens to VTube Studio? 1 second, my avatar. I can fix this. Just a second. I have gathered. That. Well, I mean, for one, so I know that the Otis ID specifically kills the middle apprentice ID, so you know that seems to be a clue that something's up.
순식간에 끝내죠.
Yeah, it can't do 9 spoilers indeed. Well, I get there.
알아. 오늘아 힘들었지? 여기서
Do you have the entangled?
쳐다만
But
봐도 따스해질 테니까.
which ego is that? 1 second, I have the ego page right here.
이 순간이 다 들어.
Ryoshu egos. Is it the one on the Kirin? Is it the Great Trichiliocosm one, or are you talking about a different one? Yes, I do have that. So far, I have to say that the battle pass is easily the thing. Oh, level 48! Look at that. The battle pass is easily the best value I've spent in this game. Is the money I spent on the battle pass, because I'm at level 291 of the battle pass. Oh, it's a good ego. Limbus is battle pass is abnormally good. Yeah, as long as you're like properly playing the game, the battle pass is great. Oh yeah, the Yisan one is also real great. I like that one too. Sorry. Actually, it's a little early for this, but I think I want to take a quick break really quick. We will be back to continue this after the break. No need to go anywhere.
go! It might be a little late, but see ya, Azra! See you next. See you later. And thanks for dropping in, I don't know. Yeah, but I'll say it. Also, we're back from the break. Come on, I need the blade lineage mounter. With the go. Give me the right one. There we go.
개체 유형 확인.
나와서 보니까 뭔가 여기
So now that I've had some time to look around out here,
공장 가꾸려
this
선물을 만들 것인가?
this facility appears to be a gift factory.
아,
I see! So there are factories like these that produce gifts! Yes, and there's lots of these things, yeah.
크리스마스 장식도 한가득이네요.
Christmas decorations everywhere. I'm sorry, Sinclair. We shouldn't have brought you here. They should have left you behind.
아직 크리스마스 때까지는 시간이 좀
There's still some time until Christmas, though. Sinclair looked to the ground with a somber expression. I didn't need to know how he... didn't need to ask to know how he was feeling.
괴물끼리 크리스마스 선물이라도
I wonder if monsters exchange gifts with each other.
그렇게 친절해 보이지는 않았는데 말이지.
They didn't seem like the most hospitable sort.
도시 어딘가의 날개에서
There is a possibility that they may be contractors to one of the winners in the city. That is an idea. Interesting. I wanted to say no chance, but the city and the wins we've experienced so far were... Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there was a non-zero chance of that being the case.
개체 억압 진행하겠습니다.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 뿐.
Okay. More gnomes to be done. There we go.
걷잡을 수 없이 타올라. 보내 꼬박되었습니다.
Alright. How many out there? Just as wave on that one. Seems like a lot of gnomes. How close are we to... We need another pride.
I will look at it this turn. But maybe let's do this as well.
해체 억압 진행하겠습니다.
I actually enjoy the Lango battle as a last mo in this.
오늘아
Gives
힘들었지?
some of my favorite characters more time to properly ramp up.
괜찮아.
And activate egos and stuff. Okay, FOMO enemies.
그려낸 대로. 괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야. 괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야. 보냈고.
After spending some time battling gnomes and trashing the gift factory, we soon realized that the gifts, the kind of value belts were moving, weren't your average gifts. No. Really? Don't your average gifts use human corpses as their materials?
저건 발인가? 발이 그려져 있는 표지판은 왜 저기?
Is that a foot? Is that a sign with the drawing of a foot? What's that doing there? This one is adorned with a depiction of an eyeball.
이 선물들의 성분은
These gifts appear to be made from materials that do not normally go into building these items.
형태는 곰인형,
The shapes are of teddy bears, crayon boxes, toy trains,
단백질과 인의 함유율이
but they have an abnormally high concentration of protein and phosphorus.
꼬마 전구나 장식 소품들은
However, the
그렇지 않은 것이다.
decorations and the lights are made of proper
도시의
materials.
쓰레기들을 주워
They
걸어둔
must have
것 같네.
salvaged the wastes expelled from the city.
뻔하지. 사선.
It's obvious. GMFH. Oh yes, super obvious, Ryoshu. It's just like it's super obvious what you just said, which is so you just said gifts made from humans.
사람으로 만든
I got it. Gifts made from humans.
뭐든지 사람을 갖고 해결하는 건 외곽이나 도시나 똑같네.
Most stuff made from human sacrifice? I guess the outskirts isn't so different from the city, huh? She's becoming comprehensible. I got lucky. Actually, it's a lot easier, I think, the more letters she has in it. And that was a whole of 4 letters in here. Unless it's like a whole like ton of letters, then there's a midpoint. There's a midpoint.
중요한 건
I am a dancer.
선물인가겠지만요.
What's really concerning is who are these gifts for?
누가
Yeah.
이런 걸 받고 싶어
Who
하겠어요.
in their right mind would want anything like these? Sinclair? Sinclair, so, somehow you're still coming off as a little naive here. Well, Sinclair, we've been all over we've been to a good few places in the city here. There are some deranged things going on in this city, Sinclair.
모르지.
And you know it
은근히 이런 변태 같은
as
취향이
much as
드는
anyone else.
거거든.
I'll listen. Who knows? Rich folks with screwed up perversions. Maybe that's who they're for.
그런데 말이죠.
Speaking of rich folks. So
사람으로 선물을
if they're making gifts out of people, Heathcliff and Don Quixote, will the gnomes turn them into gifts too? I do recall them saying something about locally produced materials.
한시가 급하겠구려.
Then we must move with haste.
선물이 미리 되지 않은
I have discovered a location with a high probability of their presence, presuming that they haven't been turned into gifts yet. After a long silence, Muso spoke up. He pointed in a direction.
저곳에 선물 제작소라는
There.
간판이 붙어
The placard says, Gift Assembly.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지. 아 덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때? 빙수 같은 거?
Okay. It's called For Whom the Gnomes Pack. That's a funny play on words. Okay, need to grab the Muso again. Yes! First try.
개체 유형 확인.
순식간에 끝내죠.
Part of me is thinking of switching things up and switching to one of the other team, though we've been playing with the Bionity Mal this whole time, and I like my Bion team because of all the fire, but it can also be at times a somewhat straightforward team.
대체 억압 진행하겠습니다.
원망도 몇 터지나.
남길 말은 없겠지.
What do we need? Oh, we're getting that easy. Enough.
One thing I kind of wish my Birna team had more payoffs for actually setting the enemies on fire. It has more payoffs when in a mirror dungeon because there's some nice Birn ego gifts, but like it just doesn't feel it has as much of payoffs for stacking up the Birn enemies with. I mean, that's what I need Magic Bullet Otis for, isn't it? I'm saying it aloud. That's what Otis is for. Though, in some ways, a Blade Ryoshu also helps.
부드럽게
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 타도록 베어낼 것.
불꽃으로 수놓은 이 별무리 속에 데려다 드릴 수는 없어도 끌어안아 별빛으로 만들어 드릴 수는 있답니다.
Yeah, there's benefits for stacking a boon for Outdoor Blossom of Faust, but ironically the boon needs to be on herself. Yeah. The funny thing is, there are times I find it actually hard to stack it very high on her. Funny enough. Not always, but there's just sometimes I'll just go, she's not getting very many stacks. Also, like, I feel like one of the main characters that I actually have much of any benefit currently for my Lear Association characters are ones that actually actively care about the stacks of Birn and the enemies, which I actually really like them, like actively caring about how much Birn I have on the enemies. Whereas like I can't remember. Does Fire Fist? Okay, Fire Fist. Like he cares a little, but it's like not a ton there. He inflicts a bunch of burn. He mostly just gets like a little bit of extra coin count. Coin power. But it's not like super. Not like super impressive. Oh, wait! That's interesting. That's interesting. Something's changed. We can now use Don Quixote and Heathcliff. I think that means something is happening in the story. And I'm sorry, Hanalu, but you are not as good as Xiao Pak, Heathcliff. Coin power is fantastic, but given how little damage Birna does every turn, even when maxed, they need to provide more of it. Yeah, also, so it's just like, it's like I compare to playing my Rena team, like it really feels like you're getting, like the Rena team, they don't care about
They don't so much care about... They apply bleed, but what they care about is just the number of statuses, and it feels like It just feels like I'm getting so much more benefit out of making sure that I hit those like thresholds of a bunch of statuses, whereas with the Baron it's just like I'm getting better. It's just like it feels like my team is just ramping up a bit, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel as powerful. And to be fair, the team is not as powerful. But it's not, I suppose, exactly what I mean. I think I'm hearing some odd noises from in there. Rather high-pitched SOS. It's always a good indicator of wonderful happenings. Can you not giggle about sounds of screaming, please? I am familiar with this tone. The decibel range of this screaming is an exact match with Don Quixote's. Wow, Muso, very nice. Wait, we have yet to conduct a threat assessment of the combat area. That area appears to be a closed-off space, which means... Otis, were Heathcliff with us, he would have said as such. Said what? I think I know. How bloody frustrating. Quit whinging, pick up your tools and get cracking. That was me trying to do Dante doing Heathcliff. That was pretty close. Ishmael soon blasted the door open with a powerful kick. Meanwhile... Whoa, look at all of them. Look at this workshop. Where the bloody hell are we? Why am I tied up? I regretfully say unto thee that we are quite screwed. Forsooth, we are fated to become toys in that hydraulic press. It appears that when the time cometh, I shall be turned into a roly-poly toy myself that riseth with every fall. Oh, shut your trap and do something! We've got to get out of these spines! So, Heathcliff, I apologize profusely. 'Tis true that there was the tiniest bit of selfishness within me that I wished to procure the Radsack cosplay set for myself. However, 'twas no lie that I wished to find the unimpeccable outfit. They told them what toys they'll be. They didn't plan on it, but who can deny Don Quixote? Don Quixote asked. And they're like, we'll tune you into one of these. Oh, no. That was an incorrect quote. Let me do the quote again. We'll tune you into one of these. I forgot the ohm. You little shite. I knew that this was going to happen. Once I'm out of these spines, I'll... At least thou shalt become an elaborate packet watch. That's one of the... Don Quixote, really?
Damn clocks again!
저는
I think they're going to tune me into a box of pencils. 24 natural colors, or so it says. I have to say the technology to tune them into these things seems impressive.
살아있는 재료는
And
오랜만에
deranged
보는 것 같아.
as well, but you know, impressive. We've not seen living raw materials in a while,
근데
but you're a bit loud, Can you see if my ears are bleeding,
저렇게 악을 쓰는 인간들로 만들어진
Oh,
선물이야.
the more they scream, the happier our recipients will be,
자,
Um,
그럼 수업을 시작해볼까요?
Then let's get cutting,
히스클리프 씨, 돈키호테 씨.
Heathcliff, Don Quixote. Oh, what a relief. They've not been turned into gifts yet.
꽤 코지한 분위기군.
Quite cozy in here.
모두들
Everyone!
어떻게?
How? We're here for you, Heathcliff.
시계 대가리.
Placard!
자기 이렇게
Damn it, didn't think I'd ever be this glad to see you, Mag. Looks like we got here in the nick of time. Heathcliff was about to be shoved into the gift-making hydraulic machine press.
자, 내 밧줄을 끊었어.
Then we'd have another placard. I have hewn your straps. Descend. Look, I'm not the type to wear my heart on my sleeve, but after you lot saved me from getting tuned into a package watch, I have to say it. You absolute idiots. You two had one job, to remain by the executive manager's side. Yet you let yourselves be captured like this.
됐다. 취소할란다.
Your thumbnail is so out of season it's neither October nor December. Might be forgiving another month in between those. It is. However, it's, I mean, a fitting for the actual thing. And, you know, I decided not to wait either 4 or 6 months to play Mo Limbus Company. Heathcliff becoming a packet watch is incredibly messed up, considering their significance in Teacup. Ooh, interesting. You know what? Forget it.
빨리 정신 차려요.
Right, get a hold of yourself, you two.
관리자님, 이제 어떻게 하실 거죠?
Manager, what now? Well, we've got to trash this place. Come on, get ready to wear your identities. Okay, let's trash this place.
발톱새와
걷잡을 수 없이 타올라.
버러지 같은 놈들. 방금 쪼한 것 같다.
Okay. How am I? I'm doing decently. I'm doing well. I'm a little bit tired.
Actually, I was really tired shortly before the stream started, but I'm doing well. How about yourself, Shadow?
결정 염화.
I just woke up. Ah, nice.
캐치. 소각 비었습니다.
불타버렸나?
I did some cleaning around the house. Nice, nice.
그려낸 대로 낮도 밤도 지어 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 뿐.
한놈 쪼아먹었다.
괜히 저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸? 괜찮아. 일단 알려주는 거야.
Okay. Let's activate that. Do I want to? Yeah, let's also activate into the sunset. Can I actually... Let's switch that up. This way I can hit the magic number of 3 wrath. Because... Boom. Wait. Yeah, there. It activates literally 3 abilities when I hit 3 wrath.
순식간에 끝내줘. 이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라.
So a purely significant difference.
불타버렸나?
불꽃으로 수놓은 이 별무리 속에 데려다 드릴 수는 없어도 끌어안아 별빛으로 만들어 드릴 수는 있답니다. 캐치. 소각 비었습니다.
Okay. After we defeated the horde of gnomes, Dan, Quixote, and Heathcliff fell to their knees before everyone. I also now knelt down, feeling like I should be down there with them, but Otis tightly pulled me to the side. I feel bad for those two.
준비되었어.
I am ready! Commands Lady Otis! You absolute buffoons! How did you ever think that this was going to turn out okay? Are you even aware of the risks executive manager took to get here? How worried they were about you two?
사실은
Well, actually, Crackhead was in on it from this... Silence! Do not refer to the executive manager with such derogatory language, insolent fool! 'Twas mine fault! 'Twas mine fault!
어릴 적 어머니에게
My mother
혼날 때와
used to scold me like this in my youth. Otis did not seem to slow down at all with his stern scoldings. And the pair fell completely silent, their heads hung low. I decided to wander away from this scene. This guilty conscience was too much for me to bear. Oh, don't wander too far though. Is Crayon doing okay? Kind of interesting that Crayon was going to be made into a box of pencils.
네. 과도한 정신적 충격으로
Yes,
잠시 기절했을
she merely lost
뿐이었습니다.
her consciousness from exposure to an excessive degree of psychological shock.
어쩌다 이런 곳에 끌려온 것이오.
That's a fair point. I didn't actually. My mother used to scold me in my youth like this. But you also didn't cry at your mother's funeral, so I assume you went to jail about. Yeah, fair point. How did you find yourself at such a place as this?
사람인
You
거죠?
are a human, right? And we're really in the outskirts. You might be asking the wrong person. You're asking a child, you know. Crayon initially appeared somewhat taken aback from the deluge of question, but she soon began to open up.
역시
So,
여러분은
you're
도시의
really
사람들이시군요.
from the city?
저는
I'm from Cloud Town. It's a village on the north side of the outskirts.
왜 거기는 저런 놈 같은
Oh, there are a lot of monsters like those gnomes out here that can speak.
네.
Yeah, there are many more monsters out here other than the gnomes. I've seen a few of them myself, but
엄청 많아요.
the village elders told me about the rest.
저희 마을은 그런 괴물들을 피해 만들어진 곳 중 하나예요.
I hate when I wake up from an amazing dream and then forget about it 5 seconds later, but you know, it was a good dream. Have you ever, ever gone, oh, that was a great dream, in the couple of minutes after you wake up, and then, 2 hours later you go to try telling someone about the dream, and it's like, oh, and I was in it, and... You know, I don't really. It's like it was so good. It was and it's like it just fades from your mind as you try to say something about it. It's like oh, and that's happened to me. It's like I could have sworn I had details to tell you moments before I started saying this. I could have told you all about it, but now I just can't. Exactly, Shadow. Our village was built to keep the monsters out, to keep us safe.
오늘도
If this didn't happen, we'd all be preparing dinner back at the village by now.
갑자기 저들이 들이닥친 거군.
So they raided your village.
맞아요.
Yeah,
사람들이 나가 있었어.
and they attacked us when the hunters were gone. So
원래 괴물들이
we normally don't get raided by them around this time of year.
갑자기 썰매를
So I thought we were safe. But they suddenly attacked us, rushing in on their sleighs. Wow.
보려 했지만 대부분 상대가 되지 않으셔.
I really hope we didn't somehow cause that. Some of us tried to fight, but we didn't stand a chance. And everyone that they got killed got shoved into the sacks on the sleigh.
너무 무서워서 기절하고 말았는데.
I passed out from fright, and they thought I was dead too. Got shoved into the sacks like the rest of the villagers.
이런.
Oh,
힘든 얘기까지.
we forced you to talk about something that couldn't have been easy to go through. I'm sorry.
아니에요.
No, it's
저도
okay.
질문해도
Can I
되나요?
ask things too?
무엇이든.
Anything.
도시에는 48가지 크레용
Is it right that crayon boxes in the city have 48 different colors? And they have gold and silver colored crayons too. I don't like this question. Your name is Crayon and you're asking about crayon boxes in the city. I don't know if I like that question.
아마도
Probably. And
도시에는
there's just people in the city, right?
저희를 죽이려는 괴물이
No
없이
monsters like the gnomes that try to kill us, right? Well, okay, Crayon. There's not monsters like the gnomes, but there are monsters like people. People monsters. I'm going to say I know what you're referring to when you're asking about monsters, but also there are people who are monsters in the city. I mean, there's Anacope. Also, to be fair, there's K-Cope. The city has plenty of monsters we've seen so far. Also, I haven't seen a ton about them, but there's so far. I'm not sure any of the fingers can be called not monsters. They don't seem terribly nice. So yeah, there's monsters in the city too. Just
참 복잡한
some of them might be people that are monsters. It's kinda hard to answer that actually. I will appear and disappear. Distortions, yeah, the distortions too. And I mean, there's also abnormalities in the city.
높은 곳에 올라가서
Sometimes I'd climb a high hill to look at the city.
엄청 예쁜 불빛이
I always saw
가득하구나.
pretty colorful lights from up there. So colorful that I don't have enough colors. My crayon box to draw them all. That's interesting. I wasn't sure, but I guess that makes it sound like these outskirts that they're in now are actually at least in a potentially sight of the city, which limits how far they could be away from the city, but they could still be a fair distance from the city depending on geography.
부러웠어요. 다들 괴물에게 언제 당할지 걱정 없이
Actually,
가족들과 행복하게 살 수 있을 테니까.
I am doing a Google. Oh, here's an interesting. This is kind of what I wanted. Okay. That isn't actually. I don't know. I can't find. Yeah, you still actually, even with geography on your side, you can't see that. Well, if the city is on higher ground than the outskirts around it, you could conceivably see it from further.
They're close enough that in Ruina we actually know a pair of characters who were dumped out of the city but went back interesting. I forgot this kid even existed. You know the scene when the troll doctor tells us to run? Yeah, oh yeah. Oh. I wish I could live in the city. If I lived there, I'd never have to worry about getting attacked by monsters. I could live happily with all my neighbors. Did he beat Library of Verona yet? No. I hope we can get back to it sometime, but we've only done 2 streams of it so far. I think it was 2. It was either 2 or 3 streams, actually. I'm not sure which. I know it was more than 1, but not more than 3. I'm leaning towards 2, but I could be wrong, and it could be 3. You've really never been to the city, huh? Us, I don't know what she's talking about. No, I'm not sure. I'm sorry? Oh, same story everywhere. Okay. Same story everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are. Death always stalks us. Yeah, sometimes we don't have Sinclair to translate. Whoa, that was so cool. Can you say that again? Huh? That was cool? Did you guys see anyone else nearby by any chance? I don't think so. I don't think we run into any other humans out here. No, but he has to be here to save us.
어떤 분이신가요?
Yoshu's really good with kids, surprising. Wow, that is actually very surprising to me. What about with monkeys? Is she good with monkeys? How do you mean? The best hunter of Cloud Town. If he was at the village, the gnomes wouldn't have... It appears that in the outskirts, there are hunters who specialize in hunting monsters. I don't know about monkeys, but she has a... Oh, do we not get a monkey in it? Foreshadowing. Huh? I don't know what would be foreshadowing. I ask about the monkeys because of the monkey in the... Wait, I think it was... I'm almost certain it was a monkey in Ryoshu's story. There was a monkey that played a role in her book, right? They shifted the monkey to a more reasonable path. Yeah. Fair. It appears that in the outskirts there are hunters who specialize in hunting monsters akin to whalers of the Great Lake, that is. But wait, so if they're kidnapping and killing humans for these gifts,
누구를
Who are
주고
these
만드는
gifts
건데?
for? Well, look at him. Look at him.
그야 당연히 가엾고 착하며 울지 않는 우리의 이웃들이지요.
Ooh, wait a second. Let me adjust this. Let's see this. Merry Christmas. Of course, the gifts are for our poor and kind neighbors who do not cry.
관리자님, 뒤쪽으로.
Executive Manager, retreat. I don't know when it happened, but a loud shadow was looming over us.
아, 깜짝이야. 저건 또 뭐?
Hank, what is that thing? Hi, I'm Sunchester. I bring you our gifts to our neighbors. The Gaffine giant, garbed in a rad, carried a massive gift sack on his shoulder. It was definitely not a human.
저놈이야. 저놈이 여기
Yeah, it's that kid. That one's the boss.
저 옷이래. 저 붉은 옷이.
No, the crimson gaub. That is the crimson gaub that I spoke of. Okay. Santa on steroids. Yeah.
붉은 주머니라는 해결사의
That's the Radsack outfit. Oh wait, then he's already.
설마 사슴맨 맞아?
No, that's the reindeer man too. I don't know what you're talking about, Don Quixote. Why are you saying not the reindeer man too?
또 쓰잘데기 없는 소리를.
What happened to the reindeer man? Shut it. Cut the useless chatter for once. After silencing the pair with a shout, steering a command, Otis approached me and spoke in a low voice.
관리자님,
Executive Manager, since he appears to be of an intelligent species, I will attempt to parley with it. But we must prepare for battle in case the attacks follow through. You know who I would most trust out of our group to parley with a giant? Otis. I think if I would trust anyone to be parleying with a giant, it would be Otis. And in fact, it can't go wrong. Otis parleying with a giant has never gone wrong. Yeah, that's a good idea.
이웃이라면 누구를 말하는 거죠?
What do you mean by neighbors? Weens? Clients from the city? But we are denied entry to the city, are we not?
저 덩어리도 놈인 거야?
Is that big lump of meat a gnome too?
놈들이 말하는 걸 들었는데
I happened to overhear the gnomes during our time in captivity. They call their master Beard Giant, which I believe is not a gnome.
거인은 또 뭐야?
I have figured out how to explain Santa in a creepy way. Here's my take. Out of he is
Old man who comes into your house, eats your food, and leaves mysterious things. A giant? There really are all kinds of monsters out here, huh?
단테, 저건 환상체는 아니야.
Dante, that's not an abnormality, is it? No, that's not an abnormality. Oh, a distortion. I'd say it's closer to the whales. Do you yearn for gifts too? Yet your kind already owns all there is to own.
외곽에 사는 우리 이웃들은 그날 손꼽아 기다린답니다.
We and our neighbors in the outskirts wish so dearly for that very day. The only day we are allowed joy and comfort in human gifts.
인간으로 장난감을 만들어서 인간에게 징후를 가진 자들에게 선물하는 것인가?
I don't think sunglasses will. I don't think sunglasses will fix it, Shadow. I think in about the jagged, sharp, pointed teeth are also huge his appeal. Also, I would he does. I think he'd need more. Yeah. I see you produce toys out of humans and gift them to those who harbor hatred for humans.
순수한
Out of the
선의만.
pure goodness of your heart.
인간들에게 그런 내려지고 쫓겨난 모든 것들이 몸을 맞대어 부둥켜 사는 이곳에서
You will all those who have been marginalized and exiled by humans gather and wallow. Reap our infinite hatred and kill into packaging these gifts. Ho, 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 ho.
협상 결렬이라는 말을
It's the Bilbo's way of saying I refuse to negotiate. Ho, ho, ho. Why don't you come here and join us? Become joy to those who need it. He does look so friendly and jolly, alright. And so tall from this picture. It's a shame he has two eyes.
내가 뭘 했어? 돌아와서 모조리 불태울 거라고 했잖아.
I'm curious, I want to just see. Up to 350! Okay, we're making progress on the currency. He's so jolly, keeping me away from him for no particular reason. Exactly. So jolly. We've been playing with the same team the whole time. I kind of want to switch it up. Should we go for a... Should we go for a House of Spiders team or a Ring team? Ring. Unfortunately, it's not going to be my full arena team because because we're still using... But... To be fair, I think my Faust student is not the strongest character on the arena team at all, so... Okay, so for the arena team, we will be doing these.
이럴 것 같아서 대기 타고 있었지.
Yeah, no, the support character I'm using doesn't apply any negative statuses, so he's not useful. We're going to do these.
서두르지 말고 느긋하고 여유롭게.
I hope you've been enjoying the game. I have. There we go.
영감이 떠올랐어요.
Though, I admit, I oftentimes don't enjoy the intervallos as much as the cantos.
합격장.
Okay, let's do... That should... Oh wait, no it won't. One more turn of triple purple, we can activate thermal blades.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로.
쓰러져?
I promised that Intervallos get really good. You get to play Princess Maker with a future Wiener leader, and you get to see another Limbus company department. Okay, those sound fun. Down, I can't get triple purple this turn.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로. 물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에.
훌륭한 단말.
놈 쪼아마 같다. 다음.
예술적이네요.
Okay, getting to the second wave. Nice, nice. Might be able to, let's see. We're going to do this. We're going to do this a little specifically. Over here, we're going to target these three at that one. Trying to get 6 statuses built up and 1 target. I'm really hoping that Gnome doesn't die. If I can get 6 statuses built up on it, I can maybe get Radion's next foam. Before we get to, I assume the last wave is the Bass Santata. I still need to like get some good egos for this team. I still feel I don't have very many synergistic egos for my arena team.
24개의 늑골이 자아내는 티비아의 멜로디가
나쁘지 않아요. 보여드려야겠군요. 외면의 예술을.
One, two. Down. One good one to get if you have loose boxes as Radia's Haxney Lego. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, that sounds like one I'd like for the... Because, I mean... Yeah, Radia is on the team, alright. I could certainly use something like that. Okay, so technically I have closing time installation out available here, but it's a one-time use and it's like super powerful. I think I actually want to just save it for Santata.
재밌겠는데?
이제야 친해졌네요.
I think there is a potential argument to use it early because it does give a buff, but I think doing it this way is also should also work.
그 소재 가져갈래요.
Here we go.
하지만 나도 녹이면서 뵐 수 있거든.
See, now we use closing time. And I'm sad I didn't get to Radia's next form to activate yet. We should be able to, when it's a single target like the quickly stack up the statuses we need though. Or at least decently quickly.
재밌겠는데?
그 소재 가져갈래요.
Here we go, closing time.
퇴장 시간이 되었답니다. 그럼 안녕히.
항상 저희 영상 일깨워 주시는군요.
결정 영화.
At this rate, we're not going to get Radias into her next home in this fight.
임파스터.
Look at all those statuses! Some of them are his statuses he gave himself, but a number of them are ones we gave him. Oh, look at all of them. Also, admittedly, I should get, we mentioned this earlier in this stream, but now that I'm actually playing the team, I should have, fluid sac to replace Outer Blossom Star because I don't need Outer Blossom Star here. Technically, Outer Blossom Star does apply to statuses, but you know, that's, yeah, it's 2 statuses. I'm going to do this just in case we have the time. Maybe we can finally get her transformed. But unless he pulls out another health bar, it's not happening. Which maybe he will pull out another health bar. I don't think he's going to do it. Waiting on it. Waiting on its next health bar. Let's see it. 1 second, let me take a drink before I do more of his voice. Hey, actually, I think it's appropriate we use the arena team. He seems like he might get along with the arena in some way.
Humans, I'll separate the flesh from your bones.
Santetta's gut suddenly began to expand. Who's talking?
All of you, hold your breaths.
Suddenly a large figure leaped out of the dark and slammed what looked like a stake into Santetta's gut.
Whoa! 'Tis a small most foul.
I think I'm about to pass out.
쓰레기가 붙는 듯한
The scent of potently fatted refuse lingers. Some listeners drop to the floor while others gag profusely. Clearly, this was a rather painful experience for all.
유독성이 있는 가스는 아닌 것 같습니다.
This gas does not appear to be toxic. However, its scent seems to evoke a rather extreme level of discomfort.
So you've defeated a northern giant, yet you don't seem to know the proper procedure for what to do afterward. Are you hunters from the city?
All but Dante, who cannot smell or taste. Oftentimes it's for the worse, but this time, for the better.
처리 방법?
Proper procedure.
Immediately before death, a northern giant's body fills with noxious gas before exploding in a rain of acid.
The man who staked Santetta's gut explained as he approached us.
You have to puncture a hole in its gut to let out the gas before its internal organs condense into acidic fluid, allowing it to cause a chain reaction that could complicate things.
You know when you have a drink with ice and it's almost to the top, you let the ice melt. The reason it doesn't get higher because it's... yeah. You know, I actually don't like ice in my drinks. Just personally.
Oh wait, is this one of those rare drops of the event?
That's very nice.
이거 냄새 더럽게 안 빠지네.
The stench won't come off.
누구야?
Who's that now? Mr. Domino. Crayon, who'd been holding. Wait. It was possibly a coincidence before when the child's name was Crayon, and now we meet someone else from the nearby village named Domino, and they both have names of conceivably Christmas gifts as their names. At least you're safe, Crayon. That's good. After stumbling for a moment, due to the stench most likely, Otis briefly gasped for air before approaching Domino.
신원을 밝혀라.
Is their village leader named Monopoly? That would be funny. Hey, you identify yourself. Name is Domino. I'm a monster hunter from Cloud Town. Greetings, illusory ravens. I don't suppose I can call it a town anymore, now that it's just me and Crayon left. Wow, okay. Relax. I wouldn't even think of hurting any of you. So you're the hunter that girl mentioned.
그 사냥꾼인가?
Otis relaxed upon Domino's confirmation. She leaned on a wall and looked to the floor in relief. Normally around this time of year, these monsters would have gone further north, to a different village. So I was on an expedition to help them out. Looks like they decided to switch things up this time around. When I returned, they'd already finished their raid on our village and left. Damn it. They used to be predictable, attacking only right before Christmas.
이런 일이 빈번한 것인가?
Do these tragedies happen often? Though I can't speak for the city, I can say this is a common occurrence in the outskirts. Is one of the people in the village named PS5? Maybe. It's a hellish place to live, if you can even call this living. Survival alone is a miracle out here. Oh, there are a lot more places out here like this. Like this mockery of a gift factory. No, can't say I've seen a factory like this anywhere else. But I can tell you one thing. Compared to some worse things that could have happened, this tragedy was nothing. It's the natural odor of things in the outskirts. To be fair, it kind of lines up with what we've seen in this game so far. I do wonder sometimes if we run the city, no matter how bad it gets in there, it must be better than this living hell. I honestly can't say for certain that that's true. It was no easy contemplation to answer. The outskirts must be a hellish place to live, if what he's told me is anything to go by, but the city they admire so much isn't such a warm place itself, from what I've seen in my journey so far at least. No.
그러다면 함께 도시로 가는 것은 어떤가? 우리는
Living in the city is no better than the back street is no better than the outskirts. Yeah. No, Don Quixote, you mean well, as you usually do. Aha! Then accompany us back to the city. We will on our... Don Quixote stopped herself, realizing that every other sinner was giving her a look of disapproval. Thank you for your kind words. At least, I wish it were that easy. If I could at least let this child into the city somehow, just like that. But the city has no place to spare for this child. Not even a small corner of it.
도시의 벽을 넘더라도
Even if you were to somehow make it past the city's walls,
수십 가지의
there
것이
are countless variations of paperwork and procedure you must overcome before you can live the kind of life you desire. And what would people like us even do with such paperwork? And where would we even find them out here? We've not studied or worked to find a job in the city, as some youths of the other villages do.
아저씨.
Mister... There was an uncomfortable silence. Domino cleared his throat and continued. I must still extend my gratitude for keeping the girl safe until my arrival.
제일 좋은 감사 방법이
I know a good way to extend your gratitude. Maybe you can extend us a nice pouch of shiny and jingling bag of... Radian, I'm not sure this is the time. His whole village is dead. I don't know about. We saved one person from his village, Radian. One. I don't think his village was 2 or 3. So one person is a very small amount. Do these guys even have money? Yeah, exactly. And do they even have the same currency if they have currency? Something shiny and jangling? So maybe I can give you a tour of some antique items I keep at home. Precious items salvaged from the locomotive tracks of the outskirts. Not something you'll see every day in the city, I'm sure. No, we need to get going. I think we need to get back before someone happens to close the door we came through. Items from the outskirts. That tour alone could be worth much more than just pure cash. Faust, there's still a decent chance that the door we entered through might just shut behind us, right?
그렇습니다.
Indeed. In fact, it is unclear whether the door is still open. I recommend a quick return to the bus, now that our 2 primary objectives have been secured. So she says. If you would permit me to speak my mind, Executive Manager, even if this is not the Great Lake, the outskirts is an extremely perilous place. This curiosity cannot be a reason for us to risk getting stranded in this environment. And Otis would know a thing or two about getting stranded somewhere. Looks like you've got to hurry back. Well then, catch! Domino tossed a carved wooden doll in my direction. It does not appear to be anything dangerous. Let us inspect it further after we return. We mustn't dally any longer than we have to. Their lucky Virgilius is attached to them now, so he'll keep the door open. Oh, that would be fantastic if he would. Yeah, good idea. Some snails had passed out and had to be carried by others. Most could not stop gagging at the stench, but we still made our way back to the door.
아직 열려 있어.
The door has remained open. We made it back to the safety of Mephistopheles. Some time later.
구린 냄새. 카론 대피.
Boo. Stinky. Karan, evacuate. Evacuate.
Karan quickly made her escape to the decks. I knew we'd see the full red of his eyes. And Virgilius greeted us in the cabins with a terrifying gaze.
다들 아주 대단한 건 모양이군.
Looks like everyone's had quite the adventure.
살점을
Covered in blood and guts, and with a disgusting stench to boot. Oh, this is... Manager, I can't hear you anyway. So just reply to my query with a nod or a shake. Your replies better match up with my expectations, of course. I have but one question. Was it you who made the call? I hesitated for a moment before nodding affirmatively. I might get reprimanded, or maybe he has worse things in mind for me, but it was I who decided to go along with your plan. This would not have happened without my authorization. Good. Then my questioning is over. Huh? I will leave it to you to deal with this mess. You may rest afterward, and please do something about this foul stench. Well, then. With that, Virgilius disappeared into the back door once again. It seems like he's actually leaving managerial tasks to the manager for once. Yeah, he's not even threatening anyone. He's not even killing anyone. He's not even traumatizing anyone. Huh? That's unexpected. I thought my time had finally come. Be glad! The best consultation is a consultation not had indeed. Alas, behold, one and all! I don't know when she had the time to pick it up in all the chaos, but Don Quixote managed to haul a huge sack of gifts back to Mephistopheles. Don Quixote. Why? You have hauled back a sack of gifts that have been made from humans. I don't want this on my bus train bus. Oh. I don't care if they're gifts. They're made from humans, Don Quixote.
그 난장판 속에서 또 뭘 집어온 거야?
You picked that up from all that mess?
그 못된 놈들이 전선으로 꾸며놓았던 장식들 말이오.
I have laid claim upon the evil Gnome's trinkets. Now that's some real commitment. Though to be fair, I see some Christmas decorations among these, and we were told that the Christmas decorations were clearly not
made by the gnomes and likely have been salvaged, and thus they were not made by humans. What's all that for?
몰라서 묻는 것인가? 크리스마스 데코레이션이지.
Hearing here say Christmas decorations there.
몰라서 묻는 것인가? 크리스마스 데코레이션이지.
Art thou truly unaware of my intentions? 'Tis for adorning our ship with Christmas decorations.
벌써요?
Wait, now? But you're still like 3 months away from Christmas. Oh, Sinclair, you're bad at telling the time. It's like 6 months away.
괜히 누군가의 상처를 들
Agreed. Let us not risk peeling old wounds.
Oh yeah, and let's not
decorate the ship with Christmas decoration. I feel like someone in our group might have old wounds from someone else decorating the town in Christmas decorations at the round time of year.
괜찮아요. 괜찮아지고 있어요. 조금.
Oh, it's okay. It's been getting better with time, little by little.
다들 성장하는 법이니까요.
Yeah, we can all grow beyond it eventually.
훌륭하오.
Seeing Sinclair heal so much is genuinely heartwarming. Yes. Part of me wonders how a human being, if a human being can ever truly heal past the point of going back to their hometown and seeing the limbs of all of their neighbors hung up on Christmas trees. But you know.
then this appears to be an occasion most fit for a party then. What say you?
그런 걸 하려고 거기까지 간 건 아니겠죠?
That's just that his parents and sister died on Christmas too. Yeah. Don't tell me you went through all of that trouble for some party decorations?
단테의 설명대로라면
According to Dante's explanations, this incident was spurred by Heathcliff's need for an outfit. Heathcliff has been silently brooding in his seat with his face buried in his palms, out of shame, most likely.
Verily, yet that very costume we have sought was worn by none other than that monstrous giant. I don't suppose it would fit Sir Heathcliff anyhow.
됐어.
Forget it. It wasn't the kind of look I was going for anyway.
히스, 그러니까 육지에 가면 우리가 다 골라주고 해준다니까.
What did I say, Heath? We'll help you out as soon as we land, okay?
옷도 옷인데.
Outfit's one thing, yeah, but
지나쳐온 헤어 쿠폰을
You're
받으면
speaking of the boat ship we sailed past. The boat ship on which the hair salon that printed those hair coupons conducts their business.
경로가 달라.
The coupons could not be used as the boat ship was not on our charted route.
머리는 제가 만져드릴게요.
Leave it to me to style your hair. I've done my sister's and younger siblings' hair pretty often.
여기에 얼마나 더 떠 있을 줄 알고.
We don't know how long we'll be floating on this damn lake anyway. Besides,
난 애초에
I don't even know how to dress myself proper. I was going to attempt the trial and error method.
애초에 대체 뭘 받은 건데 이렇게.
Okay, but you can at least tell us what it is that Virgilius gave you. Just so we know what exactly you're so anxious about. Right, Grago. Grago, you're so optimistic. You're so optimistic, like as if any of the sinners have shared information about the upcoming trauma and backstory we were going to confront of this before we confronted it. Right. Ha! Sod it! After a deep, heavy sigh, Heathcliff produced a letter.
전달받은 물건이라는 게 이거야?
So that's the something Virgilius gave you?
이 편지 봉투 저희도
Oh,
썼던
are
적이
they
있어요.
bound by contract? Let's
고급스러운
check
종류로
about
만드는
it.
유통도 얼마 안 되는 종류였는데.
Oh, I remember my family's used this envelope before. It's made from really expensive paper, made only in limited quantities at the time. It's quite a luxurious envelope.
읽어봐도 되는 거야?
Can we read it, Heath?
그래. 뭐 대단한
Sure, it's nothing impressive.
그럼 단테가
Then,
읽자.
Dante, why don't you read it out loud for the rest of us? Sure. Kathy really splurged, didn't she? Yeah, she splurged on a $1,000 envelope knowing Hanlo. Oh, even more expensive knowing Hanlo. Radia handed me the letter. It was written in a beautiful series of cursive handwriting, drawn to an almost calligraphic perfection. I began reading. From Wuthering Heights. I've gotten a bit further in Wuthering Heights, not that much further since the last stream, I don't think, but I might be 2/3 of the way through it, I'm not sure. I might just be like halfway through, I'm not sure. We cordially extend you, honored guests, an invitation to the what's this here? Somebody colored over this part of the letter. Well, I'll keep reading. Vanu Wuthering Heights, Teacup Nest. Should you accept our invitation, please convene at the designated location by 4 in the afternoon on the 24th with this letter on your person. Please honor this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nelly. Oh, it's from Nelly! Oh, and down here there's a postscript. It's written in a different handwriting from the rest of the letter. P.S. You have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting. Kathy. A letter from Nelly and Kathy. We had no way to tell what kind of occasion it was on account of it being coloured over, but is it a wedding? Is it a wedding? Clearly the rest of the letter's contents had stoked the fire of passion in Heathcliff's heart once again. Oh, it could be a funeral.
그러니까
It could be a few things, but either way we're crushing it. We are! And I feel like this group is good at crashing parties.
캐시라는 사람한테 잘 보여.
You got to look fashionable and classy for this Kathy person, right?
그것도 없지는 않은데.
Well, yeah, but there's more to it than...
조용.
Shh, quiet now.
기다리기 힘들어.
Now I can clearly see why you were so impatient, Heath.
뭐야?
Why are you looking at me like that? Oh,
공루 선생.
I leave it up to you to style his hair, Master Hairdresser Hanlu. I wouldn't call myself a master.
야 잠깐.
Oh, wait, where are you taking me? God, what in the bloody hell is this grip?
로저 씨 손이
Oh,
몇 개의
it is that
소식을
Hanlu dragging him up. Hanlu's strong, right? Hanlu is quite strong. Yeah, Radio's got... Oh, is it Radio? Got quite the grip strength. You won't free yourself from here anytime soon. The two seniors practically hauling Heathcliff by his arm. Oh, is it both of them? Disappeared into the back door. Now Heathcliff's fate was sealed. To be a mannequin. And now motivated and unbearably bored. Radia's various experimentations.
이 장식을 여기에 걸어놓으면
I can hang this trinket and... Then Quixote began humming a song. A carol, perhaps. Just don't hum Silent Night. That's the one that the prosthetics were made to hum. And I think the prosthetics were forced to hum Silent Night and Canto 3. As she placed the various trinkets around the bus, I decided to go out to the deck for some air. I leaned on the railing and dug through my pockets. The wooden doll domino the hunter gave me, just as we hurriedly left. I held it and felt its texture under my fingers. My eyes looked into the distance, toward where the outskirts lie. I thought for a moment about the gnomes, the giant, and the themes Domino told me. I suppose there are people with stories in the outskirts too. Stories different from those of the city. Faust approached from behind and stood next to me. I wasn't sure how much of what I said she heard.
별을 하나씩 따라가다 보면 언젠가 알게 될 겁니다.
Follow the stars, Dante. Star by star. Then you will one day learn.
그러니 우선은 지금 눈앞에 있는
So
별을
for
쫓아야
now,
되겠죠.
follow the closest star that shines before your eyes. Yeah. I have to focus on the stories of the city for now. I don't even know who I really am after all. Whoa. Joyous laughter and frustrated howls echoed out of the cabins. They must have finished dressing up Heathcliff. Why don't we go take a look at how Heathcliff is doing, Faust?
거절하기 어려운 제안이네요.
You make a rather tempting offer, Dante. The added colour to the bus's interior warmed my heart a little. Ooh. Okay, that's the end of that intervallo. Cleo 648 to unlock hard mode difficulty. I see you, Shadow.
Wait, and to the Intervallo that got a sequel just 2 days ago? Oh, did it get something in the updates that we got the Blade lineage stuff? Oh. Part of me actually thinks, I think I want to end it right here for today. This is a little earlier than we typically end it, about half an hour earlier. But for whatever reason, my voice is actually doing really rough right now. Close to the end of the stream. Just, I don't know, some streams are more harsh on my throat than others. and you know, decent, but I think we were, so I think, so this is wait, is this, what does that say? It says, oh, this is still Intervallo 3, but it's like another Intervallo. That's kind of weird labeling. They're both labeled Intervallo 3. Kinda strange. Yeah. I guess it's still Intervallo 3 though. We will do more of this next week. We have one more stream this week though. 2 days from now. Last day of the week, Sunday. I do not currently know what we are streaming that day. I might put up a poll for what we stream. Might not. I have a few ideas for what we stream, but I'm not completely sold on exactly what, so I might put up a poll. If I do, you know, vote on it, I might play what wins the poll, you know. And I don't know what's coming in next week other than we'll definitely play more Limbus Company. Other than that, I hope everyone has enjoyed today. And until next time, please do try and have a blast for me. Bye.